Well, hello everyone. Guess what I'm looking at? We're here in Shifting in Phase. This one right here, this good old enclave where there was one puzzle I couldn't solve. Hold on a second. I have a bonus. Anyway, let's get it. Do I get it? Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Anyway, I've come back to this area multiple times, solving other puzzles, and I never could solve this one. I even came back one time and tried to solve this puzzle, and I spent 45 minutes, could not do it. Um, and so I just deleted that recording because I didn't solve any other puzzles. It was fine. Uh, but I've decided it's time to get this one solved, and this is one that I cheated. The rationale for cheating on this one being I have tried for over an hour to solve it. I legitimately cannot logically work out what the solution is. I'm struggling so much. It's not fun. It isn't fun to solve. It isn't enjoyable to solve. I do not feel smarter for solving it. I do not feel smarter now that I know the solution. I don't feel like, oh, how did I miss that? I feel like, okay, I was supposed to just randomly move until I got it. So I looked up the solution online because it is possible to do so. Although the walkthrough I found doesn't actually list the solution, it just tells you to use this certain program that does it. And if I'd known about that, I could have solved a lot of puzzles a lot more easily. So anyway, I have it over to my left on another monitor. I have a program to get that solution out. So I know the first couple steps, basically, you're going to see the screen flicker a bit here, sorry, is to get this out. That's the first solution, which is what I was doing a lot of times. Then, let's see, let's make sure. I think we need to move this stuff up. Yeah, sorry, I gotta go back and forth. The screen flickers every time I do it. So I need to definitely get this into this corner. So I've done this before, and then I just never was able to figure out what move I needed to do from here. So we've got to have these for sure. Sorry, it's going to take a while because I have to like legitimately take every single step one by one on this. Okay, let's get these over. I believe from here it's a little bit more. Is that right? No, I don't think that's right. Sorry, I tried to go ahead of my system. It was this was going up. That way we could do this. And now from here, I think it's a little more likely I'll get it. Yeah, that's it. That's the solution. I do not feel like I cheated myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes if you see the solution to a puzzle, it feels like you cheated yourself. It's like, oh, I could have done that. Now I no longer have the satisfaction of solving the puzzle. This is not how it was for me. This was a nightmare. I don't know if it's because the puzzle's like... I'm not going to say it's because the puzzle's badly designed. There have been puzzles in this game that I don't think are well designed, and I have not been shy on saying exactly how I feel about those puzzles. Let's just see what you want. Alright. But in this case, I don't think that's what's going on. Okay, it's not about the camera, because I'm not looking at him. If it's about sneaking, where would I go to do that? Let's try it. So I'm sneaking. He's not disappearing. Hold on, I'm going to figure this one out. This one actually seems to be something of a challenge, because I have to get close to him, but if I do, if it counts as dropping off a ledge, then he'll disappear. And it's really hard to tell with this collision what is considered dropping off a ledge. Because, like, will this be dropping off a ledge? No, not enough. So, let's go over here, see if I can get any closer. Without, yeah, there we go. Anyway, I've not been shy about saying I don't like certain puzzles, that I think they're badly designed. I don't know if that one's badly designed. It's just so difficult that it's a nightmare to solve. And I think it has been for most players of the game. And it isn't enjoyable. I don't feel good trying to figure it out. I feel like I'm randomly guessing until I get something right. Whereas with logic grids, usually I can suss out logic, so even if it's difficult, it's still enjoyable to solve. I'll gladly take an hour solving a difficult logic grid because, you know, you can make logical steps to find out the solution. There. But, Shifting Mosaics, it's probably just a, sort of weakness of the puzzle style, is that there is kind of a limit on how hard the puzzle can be before it stops becoming fun to solve. Like, once it gets to a certain difficulty, then it's just randomly moving blocks until you win. And I don't know if there's any way to work around that. I think that's just hard-coded into the type of puzzle it is, that you can only get so difficult before it becomes unwieldy. If that makes any sense. There's other puzzle types like that. Like, jigsaw puzzles in general are the same thing. Like, once they get to a certain difficulty, they just stop becoming fun and start becoming a slog. So I think I've got to get this out of the way, right? How would I... What was the point of that? What was the point of doing that? Is there a way to get... There isn't a way to get this... I need to get this out of the way. So the only way it seems is to bring these down. But now I still can't move this out of the way. Is there any other direction I can take this? No, it just seems like this is the move, the obvious thing to do, but I can only move this one thing further. Is there any way to get this? There's no way to get this piece out of this corner. If I could get it up here, it'd be super great, but I can't. I can't bring this piece to the right, because now this is in the way. I can't get quite enough space. It is kind of nice to get those in a different spot. But... Okay, I can get this piece out now. And now I can get it on the other side, so I can bring this piece down. That's probably what I want to do. Here. Okay, what the... Hey! Out of the way. There we go. That's it. Yeah, like that, I could sort of work out what I'm supposed to do. There's few enough pieces that it's possible to logic it out. But in the big one I did at the beginning of the video, it wasn't possible to logic out the steps. You just have to do it until you magically get the answer. And it's probably just because the puzzle's too big. Like, at least with logic grids, as you progress through the puzzle, you know, you make steps. You can move from one step to the next, whereas... Oh, it's just right here. Whereas with the Shifting Mosaics, it does kind of feel like you got to do it all at once. So if the puzzle's too big and complicated, doing it all at once is kind of a matter of trial and error, I guess. At least for me, I struggle with that type of puzzle. If you're the type of person that doesn't struggle with that puzzle, then I guess it's fine. You probably don't have any complaints about it. You might even think it's really good and fun. I just don't think so. I think that it's, you know, designed well enough to be this challenging puzzle, but it is, it's just too tedious. And I've talked about it long enough. Let's do this instead. Honestly, it's the only like crazy hard shifting mosaics are the ones in Shifting and Phase, the Enclave. All the other shifting mosaics in the game seem to be way more approachable. I think there would be one down on that ledge. I don't see it. Maybe it's up high. It could be up high. Here, let's just jump up and see what we got. Oh, it doesn't go that high. Eh? Nothing on the other side of that. Okay. And I would have guessed the one place I hadn't looked was down on this ledge here. And it's not. Is it in the tree, maybe? No. Oh. Hold on, this circle is rapidly shrinking. Let's get out of here. It's around this corner. Ah, it's around this corner. Can do this. Haha. Yeah. The thing with the rolling blocks is if you have a small enough space, there's only so many moves you can do, and you'll eventually figure out the solution even if you don't know what you're doing. Oh, it was just there. Is there a way to see where this leitmotif is supposed to be approached from? Feels like I'd want to be up in the air for that. Oh, hold on. This glide ring I forgot about. I want to make sure we're getting these. Am I going to make that ring? Barely. Alright, gold time on that's not bad. But let's see if I can get it all the way. I do like glide rings. This actually seems like a glide ring with a bit of a challenge. At least to get the full thing. Like, how do you get through that? How do you get through that without... Do you have to, like, go through it in a different order? How would you do that? No, not really. Is it possible? Right? Like, I need to go through the rings here. But if I go through that ring below, I'm going to miss all of these. But now I'm so low that it's going to clip like that. Is that just the best you can do? Might just be the best you can do. I don't see a way to get any more height. Anyway, this... I guess I want to be looking at it. Oh, from back here. Yeah, that's where that's from. Hey, another glide ring. I think this is going to be one of those where I gotta keep stepping on the... Oh no, I can just spiral. Like this. I feel like with this one, you sort of get the idea behind the glide ring course long before you actually finish the glide ring course. Could have been a whole lot less rings. I would have got the idea behind this one just fine. Alright. Cool. I mean, it's a fine enough course. Okay, if I move down, it's game over. There's no way to get inside there. So maybe it's this way? Well, then how do I get... Maybe it's this direction instead. Yeah, that's how you do it. And then it kind of solves itself. Done. Okay. Let's get the red in place. Let's get these in place. Okay, well that wasn't too difficult. Another thing with these mazes is that the difficulty curve is kind of all over the place. Is it this way? Yeah. Oh, is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. difficulty curve's kind of all over the place in that it doesn't seem to matter what hub world I'm in. This is the 5th hub world, and the mazes are just as simple as the ones in the 1st hub world. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Where's that cube? Where are you? Sounds like you're right in here. Oh, you're in the tree. And what you would expect is that the mazes would be more difficult here than they are in the 1st world, but that's not the case, generally. What was red again? Blue is sneak, green is motion. Okay, red is camera. He doesn't want me to look at him. So what we're going to do is... Oh, hey, is that a puzzle radar? That might be a puzzle radar. I'm going to do this. Make sure we don't put the camera on him. And then there we go. There was another one I heard somewhere. Whatever. Let's try this maze. 30-second master time does mean they expect this one to be more challenging. Although what it could mean, because it's really... every floor is quite small, is it's just very tall. And so that's why it's going to take a while. Once you sort of get how crystal mazes work, some of them end up being way easier than they should be. I want to grab that? Maybe. Hold on, let me get this puzzles that are just clearly in the way done first. Okay, see, this particular type of memory grid is really hard to see, to be honest. And you have to wait for the whole thing. I can't stop it in the middle of the glimpse, so it's really hard for me to tell what's happening. Is that right? Yeah, this honestly, I feel like whoever designed this game, if they had decided to like watch a playtest of people solving this puzzle and they watched exactly what I was doing, they should have realized this puzzle type does not belong in the game. They should have just known it's bad. They should have seen this and gone, people should not be solving puzzles like this. This is just really poorly designed. I don't know if they just ran out of time. But this is incredibly tedious. It's just how the pattern is checkerboarding. It's not like obvious how it would look. The checkerboard makes it really difficult to tell how the pieces are connected to each other. Yeah, so it's just really bad design all around. Like, if I was designing a puzzle game and I watched people doing that, I'd be like, okay, this isn't going to work. I either have to remove it from the game entirely, or I have to completely redesign it from the ground up. Like, there is no, oh, just slightly tweak it. It is completely in need of a revamp. Which is too bad, because I do like the idea of doing a memory puzzle, but this potentially the worst way you could do it. I cannot really think of a worse way to do a memory puzzle in this game. At least it's not a morphic fractal, I'll give it that. There's got to be something somewhere around here. Maybe it's a... Oh, hold on, that's a good spot. Nicely done. Gamers don't look up, is that what we're dealing with here? Like it's in the air somewhere? Oh. Seems like the obvious choice. I can also watch the bubble. See that it's kind of moving in there. How much is it moving in on this side? It's really moving in on this side, so my guess is somewhere over here. Yeah, in fact it's moving out, so... I missed something up? Oh, ha! That's nice. That's a good spot. Good hiding spot. You win hide and seek. Okay. Rings, things like that. Let's find them. There's arches, rings down there, and hidden cubes. That's how we're going to do this today. Arches, ring, cube, arch. I actually don't have a lot of arches in Serene Deluge. I checked. I've done like 10 arches total. So let's grab some of these. I don't know why. I just never noticed them in this one. There's a ring that way. Oh, it's up in the air a bit. Oh, it's up in the air a bit right there. There's a ring over here I can grab. I'm going to run out, but I know where it is, so I'll get it as puzzle thing runs out. There. Well, so something. At some point... Ooh, hearing the hidden cube. There it is. At some point I will have solved enough puzzles that when I pick up a puzzle radar, it won't show me 5,000 of them to look for. It'll just show me like 20. Okay, that looks daunting. Okay, that isn't going to happen. Oh, is this chromatic? Yeah. Hold on. That's the last note, yeah. Okay. That's just whole tone. Yeah. I really do think music puzzles should have been more of a thing here, and that they could have been redesigned to make them better. But one of the challenges is you do kind of have to... You can't assume people know music theory, so you have to make a lot of sort of, what's it, concessions for that. Which way am I going to go? There's either going to be a black cell here or there, so that's got to be a white cell. Well, this has to connect, so we do know that. Alright, so that's what it's going to be. So, like, if you wanted to go all in on music puzzles, you'd have to make sure that early in the game you teach enough basic music theory that you could reasonably assume someone's going to figure out how it's supposed to go. Well, that's got to be the 4. There's no way to do it any other way. That's done. It's kind of the same as the previous puzzle. Well, we don't have to connect all light cells, though, which I guess is going to happen here. It's okay puzzle. Not as elegant as the other one. Okay. I guess your trick is you go under the water, even though I can't. What's happening here? There, that's where that goes. I keep ignoring the sky drops because they don't count towards your puzzle total because they're randomly generated. Let's see here. This is looking at... Is it looking at one of these? No, that one's not it. It almost looks upside down, because look at the top left of the circle. It looks like the building is upside down, but maybe it's looking at that building up there. Because maybe that's just how it is. Oh, didn't quite make it up to the top. Can I get there without using another charge jump? Don't think so. That's alright. Okay, let's get this. Oh, hold on. I might just do it from down here. Because, yeah, that's it. I'm looking at the bottom of this. But I guess I'm looking up at it from back here. This looks really close. There we go. Cool. Yeah, sightseers in Serene Deluge are tricky because a sightseer, basically like the puzzle, the location you need to stand to make the puzzle work is fixed for every puzzle. And then when the game generates puzzles, it puts the sightseer object in a random location near that spot, but it only chooses it based on like side-to-side coordinates. So I could grab a sightseer here and it's literally one step this way and 5,000 feet in the air. So that verticality is infinite on those, which makes it difficult in Serene Deluge because it's an entirely vertical location. Let's see if I can do it. Oh dear, this is the lowest one. I should probably do it last. Yeah, probably should do... Let's try this again this time. Oh, okay, I guess we're going this way this time. Let's restart. Let's do the lowest one last. Let's try here. Nope. Let's try it without the collision doing that weird stuff. Yeah, this is one that will be irritating. This is not one that will be fun to do. There we go. Apparently it's possible to do that in 8 seconds, and I just don't care to figure out how. Okay, so I guess we're going to start at one end and then climb the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take it. I'm not going to go for the master time. Not worth it. This is the only move that's possible, so... There? That's not really helpful to me. That's better? If I go up here, now I'm just... Ah, there we go. Neat. See, like that, in a microcosm, I'm able to like work out logically step by step. It's not just a mishmash of things. But how do you make that more complicated without turning it into a mishmash? That's the challenge for puzzle designers. Well, this is complete. Connect all light cells. That's the only thing we can do here. We're going to have to connect this way. That's going to be done, so we got to connect around this way. And hold on. This way. There we go. I have spent... How long have I been... Let me check my recording time. Almost half an hour in Serene Deluge. I mean, some of it was the shifting in phase, but... Let me finish up a little bit and then head somewhere else. Okay, so you're a camera guy. You're camera shy. You don't want me looking at you. There we go. I wish more shy auras were colored instead of white. Because the white ones at a certain point are not interesting. So I have to go in this way. But how do I... Oh, it's just this. That's not too bad. Purple is flight, so I gotta get to that guy without hitting the ground. And I think I'm gonna be a little bit too low. So what I'm gonna do is charge jump. There we go. Let's head this way, why not? See what other puzzles we can grab. I see a glide ring right here, so might as well give it a shot. That wasn't too bad. Okay, this doesn't look interesting. Here, let's get the cyan in place. Let's get the blue in place. And, oh, hold on. Because then I'd get red and cyan in place. But I can't get red in place. Oops, hold on. Now I gotta get them both in place. Now it's just yellow-green. This should eventually... No. This should. There we go. That's done. That's pretty good. Basic dials are fine. There's a few that I really dislike because they're just too complex to do in a reasonable amount of time. But they're fine. I just don't know if there's a way to make them more interesting. They just kind of are the one thing, and that's all you do. Okay. Ah, there it is. You know what I'm saying. I've probably complained about it before, and I will complain about it again. Because I am under no delusion that there's a single person who's watched every single one of these videos. I don't know, I just think it'd be interesting to actually have cataloged, if it's possible, every puzzle in the game. Even if toward the end, when I start running out of patience, I start just looking them up. Ah, there it is. How do I see? Do I need to see it from over here? So, there to there. Couldn't be any more obvious than that. Where's the ring I saw? There it is. There's also some kind of motif. Where am I going to stand for this guy? Here. And here. I should focus on hitting puzzles right at the border of worlds, because the game is a little sort of schizophrenic when it comes to where those puzzles count. So for instance, some of the puzzles on this building are going to count toward Shady Wildwood and some are going to count toward Autumn Falls, and it's not always clear which one is which. So if I'm like, I want to do Autumn Falls or I want to do Shady Wildwood, I'll never hit these puzzles, and so they'll never be solved, and everyone will be sad. So if I work my way around the rim here... oh, these are moving. Come on, man. Okay. That's not going to be done from this. But these edge cases... oh, is this going to be like in the air sort of thing? Where's the other one? Like, it's in this crevice, so I think it wants me to look from this perspective generally, but I need to know where the red one is. I would have guessed it's up there. Is there a way to see it from the top? Like, maybe you could look down from the top. That is it. So I need to get a view all the way over here that sees them both. So yeah, that's called Shady Wildwood. You saw that on the left side of the screen, I hope. Whereas I am very clearly not in Shady Wildwood. I am in Autumn Falls. So yeah, I want to be doing some puzzles near the borders here. That was called Shady Wildwood, even though I'm not in Shady Wildwood right now. Where's a good spot for this? I feel like it's gotta be here. There. Alright. A green one out in the open, which means the red one could be basically anywhere. Ooh. 5 pepper puzzle. Don't make a snake. Or it has to be a snake, so that means the A has to go around this way. It has to be this. Which means we have to go around this way. Which is going to bring us here. And now, when it comes to the white cells, we gotta watch out for this stuff. So I gotta bring this up, and then I'm just gonna put... ooh, no. I'm gonna put those here. There we go. Okay. So is it up on the top? Yeah, it's on the top. Okay. Let's just get up there. Ugh. Can't breathe. That's just my normal day-to-day. Just can't breathe all the time. I'm sure that makes it really interesting to listen to me, because I'm breathing very, very hard all the time. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry. If you're thinking, you know, man, you should stop breathing so hard, you're very audible in the microphone. Sorry, I just sound like this. Can't breathe in real life either. It's not because I'm like, I just got back from some kind of workout and I'm out of breath. Nope, I'm just like this. This is how I breathe all the time. It's great because it makes me sound like an old person, even though I am not that old. I've sounded like this since I was a teenager. Okay. Let's count as it. Well, down there would definitely count as an edge case, right? Like, this is the edge between Autumn Falls and Shady Wildwood. We have a really compact one. I think I just want to be right here. Yeah. Matchbox. Hopefully the other one is on this island somewhere. I mean, that's usually the case, but there are times where the matchbox requires us looking out. If it's not on this... Ah! Okay, nice. There it is. It's not, it's not the most obvious thing ever, but it's close. Okay, let's keep going around the rim, as they say. Gotta be a puzzle here somewhere. Oh, there's one. Don't make squares, so that's done. We can't branch the black path, so there's that. We have to connect all light cells. Okay. That would make a square. That would make a square. So this would branch the paths. That would make a square. That would branch paths. Okay, that's an interesting setup. Where do we go from here? Oh, that would also do it, so we can't bring that. This would branch paths, so we're there. Connecting all light cells. I could put a light cell there. I'd have to, because if it's a black, then I'll have a branching path. But no squares does mean that. This now has to connect all the way through here, but we can't have squares or branching paths, so this is what we're going to do here. And that's done. Not too bad. This one looks really simple. What's going on here? 12 seconds? There's not even any dead ends, just a straight shot through. Of course, to get a maze with dead ends, it has to be, like, bigger. I think that's another issue, is when they're dropping these in the game, they have to have enough real estate for the maze. And mazes generally take up a lot of real estate. And so, you know, we have this one-level maze, right? And since it's only like 4x4 grid, you can't really do much. Like, if you have a lot of dead ends, it means you have lots of branching paths, which means the true path is very short. If you want the true path to be long, you can't have branching paths or dead ends. And you think, oh, they're just stacking more and more levels, but every single level of the maze, in most mazes, is just like the next stage in a video game. You finish the first floor, then you go to the second, you finish that one. And so you have the same issue compounding. If you want to make the mazes more complex, either you have it go up and down, like some of them do, or you have to have really large open space to get the maze to actually have a complicated path. And the game seems unwilling to do either of those things. Like, occasionally you'll find a large maze, occasionally you'll find one with tons of branching paths. But for the most part, they're all like that, which is too bad, because I really like the idea of the crystal maze, and I think there should be more complicated ones. I would like them to be harder than they are. Ah, there we go. And they're not. They're quite easy. That one's already complete, looks like. You can tell because there's only one instead of two crystal things on the top. How about this one? That one's incomplete because there are two crystal things at the top. So let's see. This one's got a master time of 41, so now we're talking. This one is expected to take a long time. Ah, there we go. So we head up. This one might have ups and downs. Sometimes they do the trick where there's holes in the floor, which basically just amounts to traps that can make you start over. Oh, this way. This one seems to be doing the same, like, oh, there's just one path through the maze. And the challenge is because the walls are generally translucent, it is difficult to find that path. Yeah, that wasn't actually that bad. Oops. Okay, I have to go around it. Yeah. So now you get to hear me complaining about crystal mazes all day. Isn't that fun? My complaints are a lot more minor. It's just like, it's such a cool idea, I think. I like mazes generally. I know they're not everyone's favorite. And especially if you're playing a puzzle game, a lot of puzzle solvers really don't want to do mazes. It's a very different sort of part of the brain that it's tickling. mazes can feel very trial and error. So I get it. I totally get it if someone's like, I don't like doing mazes. But if you don't like doing mazes, you're not going to like it no matter what. So what's the point in trying to make the mazes more friendly? So it's not looking at it from here. It's going to be looking at it from... Try to see what the angle is to get the two holes there. These are the two holes, right? That's what she said. I don't know. This looks really incomplete, so I think I have to go... Yeah, I gotta go all the way over here for this line motif. Maybe down here. There we go. Oh, there's actually another one somewhere. I think yeah, I gotta look at it from over there. Okay. I hear a cube. Oh, hold on. Is it right under here? There. Oh. Two right next to each other. Cool. A lot of skydrop happening there. Okay, we're starting to approach the edge between Autumn Falls and Verdant Glen, so I think there's something there. Hold on, am I looking... It's got to be a pink sky, right? Which is more this way. Ah, it might be that cliff face here. So I've got to get... I got to find yellow flowers. There's very clearly yellow flowers there. Yeah, it's too far. I don't know. I feel like that would be it, because, like, look at how the sky is. Maybe I'm further... Ah, these are the yellow flowers. There we go. Anyway, this is the edge between Autumn Falls and Verdant Glen, so some of the puzzles will belong to one, some to the other. That one's already solved. I think right here. There we go. Where am I gonna shoot this? Here. Oh, missing. There. I mean, I know for a fact that some of these puzzles are counted as Autumn Falls and some are counted as Verdant Glen. Only what is true, all dark regions have Area 8. What? So I know those have to be white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. 6, 7. So somewhere in here is a definite piece. Right? There's got to be something... Oh, this piece right here can't be a dark zone. Annoying. Ooh. Yeah, that one is counted as Autumn Falls. I do know that there are some Verdant Glen pieces. It's fine if I don't find them. It's just I know that if I go around this edge, I will be eventually taking care of Verdant Glen puzzles as well as Autumn Falls puzzles. Man, if you are tone deaf, none of those puzzles are going to be fun. It's just not going to work out. Now you have edge cases here where it's Autumn Falls or maybe Lucent Waters. No, that's counted as Autumn Falls. Oh, no. Come on. Stop moving. Yeah, I don't like the ones that move. If I have not made that clear yet. Because now the puzzle isn't find the angle. The puzzle is wait until the angle becomes possible. Because there are no angles that work until the rings move into place. I'm not going to get it while those two aren't together. Okay. Now we're getting closer to something that works. Now I've got to get through there. Yep, I was just standing there until the puzzle made itself possible. This is definitely Autumn Falls because there's no rolling blocks in the other place. If I go up, it's game over. There's no way to get those. So I do have to go this direction. But I think I've got to go this way. No, because I think I have to do it this way. Yeah, that's how I get this bottom corner. And then the rest of the puzzle will be easy. I'm actually better at rolling block puzzles than I thought I'd be. Oh, hey, look at this. Let's see what we can grab hidden object-wise. Let's actually go more into Autumn Falls. These are not the puzzle types I want to find. I want to find the archways. And the hidden cubes would be nice. The hidden rings would be nice. Got an archway right here. Excuse me, you're in my way. Thank you. Archway here. There's some hidden cubes. Hold on. Archway. Hidden cube. Rings down here. Would not have found that otherwise, probably. Or this one. We're almost out of time. Any other things I can find? There's a leitmotif here that I totally... Oh, and the archway. There we are. Cool. And a cube. There. Okay, sounds like fun here. We got to get these like the loop origins up as far to the right, or up top right as I can, and then start moving this sort of thing. Is this the right amount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the right amount of them. It's just not. Oh dear, this is just going to be an annoying, like, where do we go? There needs to be more. Wait, 1, 2, 3. This needs to be. Which direction did, oh, whatever. Annoying! Ah, those are two different ones. Wonder where, if the red is in this crevice, where am I supposed to see the green? Well, this one is done. I'm supposed to see it. There it is, so I just gotta get an angle here. Okay, let's start with the blue, then let's get the red, and then let's get the... Oh, hold on, let's get the green. Oh, well, did not expect that to happen. Hey, it's another more fractal. Oh, at least this one has a pattern I can do. It's not just empty space. How do I get... Okay. That's because I'm a genius. I solved that because I'm a genius. That's why I solved it as quickly as I did. And let's get some hidden pentad going. We're going to get something on the edge, aren't we? No. We're going to get something in the air up there? No. Maybe we're going to get this hidden crack. There's definitely something down here I saw. Was there anything over... No. Aha! Thought you could hide from me. Gotta be something up here, right? Yeah. Now the fun part is, let's let that bubble shrink a bit while I play. Oh no, there's so many buttons. Okay, what is the least common one here? We go. Oh, they're all on multiple things. Let's get the red in place. Let's get these. So now green and yellow, can I do? Not really. Let's get yellow in place. Let's get green in place. Because now it's just the... Ah, they're off. This is going to be off in every way I do this. That's not going to work. How do I get the blue and the yellow to be different? I need 1, 2, 3, 4. That's still not correct. Oh, this is going to be irritating. If I do this, it's still not in a good position. If I move this over by 1, I can then move. This is a little better. Not really. Now the green is off. The only way to get green on is this way. But the blue and the cyan are off. Seems like this is the way to do it. Now these two are together, so how would I get... Damn it, that's not right. Now they're off again. This is where they're together, so I need to get red and green doing a different thing. These are at least a little better. Like, this will get them together, but now the red isn't together. I can do it here, maybe? And then... But now these are together, they're off. If I put this, and then these are together, now the red is off. If I move this by 1, and then this by 1, these will still be together. 1, 1. Will this eventually give me something? Now these are together? Oh. But this isn't. 1, 1. This will never get on because it's desynced. Oop, I did this by 1. But then this should be able to... These are together, right? But not here. Ooh, this one's really hard. I can go here. But now the yellow's way off, right? Doing this. Now the red isn't right. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this isn't gonna work. Now this is off. There's no way to move it without moving the others. No, there we go. Damn, that was hard. Anyway, let's grab the last thing. Can I do it through the stairs? I cannot. I have to do it through there. Yeah. Whew, yeah, see, that's what happens usually when these get hard, is they start feeling tedious. I'm not really sure what to do with it. Okay, I should probably wrap this guy up. This has been an interesting little episode. Solved that shifting and phase thing that I've been putting off for 10 million years. And just finished off a bunch of other stuff. I keep on solving. I keep saying I'm going to end this video, and I'm not. I am definitely addicted to this game. But I guess I'll stop here with this nice little view of the pyramid. Yeah, that'll be it. You know what? That's it. I totally planned it. My plan was to stop right here, and I did it. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day. Bye.